Motherless Brooklyn is a cool 1950s period whodunit style film by Edward Norton. The movie's really well worth watching, but the most memorable moment to me came from a scene in a jazz club where the main character, who has Tourette's syndrome, can't help but sing or scat along with the band on the stage. This character, Lionel, played by Edward Norton, later gets beat up in the alley behind the club by some mobsters, but is saved by the jazz band's trumpet player who just happened to go out back of the club for a smoke. The trumpet player nurses Norton back to health overnight, and they get to talking in the morning. The trumpet player says he's not keen on people being vocal when he's playing on stage, but he didn't mind since Norton's character was, quote, scatting on the line. What's that mean? From my understanding of jazz, a line is like a theme, a tempo, an idea, an overall intent for what type of noises the band is making together at that time. The line has a personality, a certain feel, a governing characteristic that keeps all the musicians within the same ballpark despite little improvisational tangents. To me, being on the line simply means you are fully engaged in what you should be doing in the moment. If it was up to the trumpeter, most folks at the jazz club would just listen to the music with their mouth shut. But somehow this man with Tourette's syndrome was accidentally on the line in an acceptable way. As far as the trumpet player was concerned, his noises were adding value to the performance. I remembered this idea of being on the line from the movie because of how it relates to my mentality when putting. When I'm putting my best, I can feel whether or not I'm on the line during my routine, all the way up until the ball starts rolling. I've often heard people say things like, "I knew I was going to make that putt." To me, that is the feeling of being on the line. This may seem like a fleeting, uncontrollable feeling, something that happens to you instead of something that can be harnessed, but I disagree and believe strongly from personal experience that you can foster this feeling by learning to align your awareness completely with your intent. In other words, do what you should be doing in the moment. The trouble is people see putting as a series of things that need to be done, like a checklist. Read the putt, check the grip, check the alignment, double check the starting line, double check the grip, forward press, rock the shoulders, have good tempo. Read the putt, check the grip, check the alignment, double check the starting line, double check the grip, forward press, rock the shoulders, have good tempo. This would be like a musician trying to individually instruct each of his 10 fingers how to move to produce a C sharp. Putting, like performing music, is a flowing process where no one piece captures a majority of your awareness. When I stand behind the ball, reading a putt and visualizing how I'd like the ball to roll to go in the hole, I start to feel the line in my forehead. It feels like a subtle, soft, locked-in focus which arises when all I am considering is the putt I want to hit. I don't notice anything but a visualization of how I want the ball to roll to enter the hole. Once I feel the line in my awareness, I do my best to stay on the line as I progress through my routine by feeling and noticing distractions as and if they arise. I treat these distractions like little tiny fires I can stamp out before they become a major issue. I also sometimes think about these distractions as itches that need to be scratched, and I'll do my best to abort my putting process if there's ever an itch I can't scratch to my satisfaction without losing sight of my overarching visualization of the ball rolling into the hole. If I allow a distraction to bubble to the forefront of my mind, my intent, or my line, has switched from rolling a ball to worrying about rolling a ball. This process of staying on the line helps the putting stroke come as a bit of a surprise, like a happy accident, just like a jazz player can play a complicated piece of music without thinking about how to move 10 fingers at once. Golf, like jazz, has within it kind of an unspoken line. When it comes to visualizing a golf shot, if you're too distracted to see it, how can you stay on it? I'm PGA professional Clay Winnell. I've got teaching privileges at the Westdale Hills Par 3 golf course in Euless, as well as the golf club at Dallas and Oak Cliff. I hope to encourage you through these videos to come out and see me for a golf lesson. I think I can really help you out with your process on the golf course.